Just watching my son grow from in here and not being able to do my part as being the father, like carrying my half, or like just getting to know my son, or getting to see the changes that he does, you know, like his first steps, his first words. I feel those are the biggest challenges for me.
I didn't feel like I was equipped to be a father because I was 18 having kids, so I felt like I was still young-minded, still running the streets. So me settling down with a kid was like, it was a lot.
All parents want the best for their children. People have the capacity and the ability to change despite where they've been and what they've been through.
My goal is always to have somebody leave here better than when they came in. Being a parent in general is already hard. And then for you not to be able to be present there, I'll stress that time is probably the biggest factor. You're not able to spend the time that you want or the kid deserves.
You can't be there all the time when this kid is doing this and that one is doing that, and it's hard to be a dad to all of them from the phone.
Home visiting has to adapt to different settings to better support families' needs. And so when we go into jails, home visiting looks different, which is one of the reasons why we actually prioritize group settings and group conversations. In the jail, we call ourselves facilitators because we don't see ourselves as being an expert in the jail. It really is bringing other parents together and facilitating the conversation and the wisdom that they already have.
We're using the Circle of Security curriculum, which is a more structured 8-week group. Each week we build on a different parenting concept from the previous week.
And the main reason Circle of Security is a good fit for the jail parenting group is that it aligns really well with the other values of home visiting, which is focusing on the relationship and always keeping the child in mind. We watch lots of examples of children and we talk a lot about what do we see, what do we notice, what did the parent do in that situation, how do you think that parent felt or how the child felt, and building the reflective capacity for each one of those parents. The more we can build that attunement or connection and awareness to our children, the more secure that child's attachment will be.
I definitely noticed this shift in pretty much every one of the parents, and I think the biggest change that I noticed is just in the way that they talk about their kids, talk about their needs and how to meet them, and noticing what their child's behavior might be saying.
Some parents maybe have never had a healthy model for how to respond to a tantrum or how to handle a situation. Through this program, we can talk about ways to respond to a child's needs. Parents in the program often say, I have a different way of approaching this, or I have a new tool that I can try out rather than, getting as angry as maybe I was before.
So I have past trauma that I didn't know that I had. And it was really holding me back from being a good father to my son. You can't go off of what your past was, And it really changed my perspective of everything, just when they told me to be more aware of my past.
I hope for the parents and the families that I work with is they would have this feeling of increased ability to be a great parent, to have a great relationship with their child, no matter where they're at or what's going on in their life.
I definitely feel like this should be implemented in all jails, all prisons. If you're not, definitely do it.
My hopes is being a father is just them accepting me for who I am, you know what I'm saying? And just being there for them as a father, just reconnecting. The time that I wasted in here, I'm gonna give it back to them when I come home.